So in this video, we're going to review how to ensure that you don't have coaching conflicts when you attend a Snap Soccer tournament. Nowadays, most clubs have coaches coaching more than one team, which as a tournament director, it can make it hard sometimes to ensure that the coaches are not coaching at the same time. But in the soccer and college system, there's a couple things you can do to help us understand when you have more than one coach. So if you log into the system first, and we're going to pull up a team profile. If you log in, you'll see options there and it'll say team page. So this is an example of a team page, and what you want to do is you want to go to task and then you go to application. Now what's commonly done is the manager puts themselves as the coach and as the manager. The problem is when we start assigning teams to certain brackets, we don't see the conflict in the system. When you apply, you need to make sure that you actually have your coach as the coach and the manager as the manager. In this situation, if I have my name listed, if I list myself as a manager both for the manager and the coach, the tournament director is going to assume that that's the same person. So if the coach is somebody different, what you're going to do is you can leave the primary contact as the manager, but you can go down here to add staff. And the easiest way to do this is add the email address of the head coach. Typically, they're in soccer and college, and if they are, let's just do it this way. You click search, you'll see somebody's name come up. And if you click that name, it'll add it to the account. Now let's say they've never been in soccer and college before, have never been registered. Just click add new user, and you can fill out all this information. Once you've done this, just hit save info, and it'll add that personnel to the team. So let me show you briefly what I look at when we're scheduling the tournaments to give you an idea of what that does for us to ensure we don't have the conflicts. There's an application here in the back. If I go to Teams and click Team Conflicts, I can search the entire tournament and I can check for potential coaching conflicts. So if I come in here and I put search by user with the same account, I can see that the U10 Boys Rage and the U10 Boys Fury have the same manager and they have the same coach. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to check both of them and I'm going to add a conflict. Now what that's going to do is when I schedule, if those two teams are scheduled at the same time, it throws up a red flag and it lets me know that so I can move on and move them to a different bracket. So let's go down here and see if I can show you another example. You know, here I would add a conflict for these two. And we'll do one more. So here's an example of one where the manager and the coach are the same person. Now, I personally know this person and I know that they are the coach, so I'm not worried about it. But for example, this one down here, same thing. If this was the manager on both ends and this coach was coaching more than one team, I wouldn't know about it, which would make the coaching conflict that much harder because once we put the schedule out, it's extremely difficult to move things around. Hopefully this video gave you some insight of how you can ensure that your teams don't have coaching conflicts. If you have any questions, you can always email us at info@snapsoccer.com.